Hi everyone. I am super excited because I have the next week and a half off of work. And I have some really exciting stuff coming up. So I thought that I would have an Olivia Reads a Latte moment and have a little weekly vlog. Not that weekly vlogs are just her thing, but I do associate them with her mostly. That's just me. So, some of the things that this vlog isn't gonna entail, I'm sure the title already spoiled some of it, but tonight actually my partner and I are going to pick up a new puppy. My other dog, we'll see how excited he is about it, but I'm super excited about it. I'm sure you'll see some footage of her later in the vlog. I'm sure the next week and a half of my life is going to be consumed by her, because it's been a while since I've had a new puppy in my life. Oh, look, here's the old man now. Bernie, look at the camera. Look over here. Oh, there he is. Oh. Bernie, are you I was gonna say, are you excited about the new puppy? And he said, I'm leaving. I think he'll be excited. I think they will be best friends. That's what I'm hoping for. Also, yesterday was my partner's mom's birthday, so happy birthday to her. And then my mom's birthday is coming up in a few days. So as a little celebration, we are going to like a food truck thing tomorrow. So you'll get some footage of that. Obviously get some footage of books. And then to maybe finish up, next weekend, I am seeing Taylor Swift. So excited. So excited. My friend, my best friend and I are actually going together. We have very good seats. I am very excited. But we made some friendship bracelets a couple days ago, and then we're making some more on Sunday. So like I said, pretty busy week up ahead. The books that I'm currently reading, I have two here, and I am halfway through one of them, 70% through the other one. So I'm sure I'm probably going to start a new book in the middle of this weekly vlog, but I don't know what that is yet because I'm a mood reader. So that's the life. The first one I have here is If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. This one, it's LGBT rep. It was in my recommendation video. This one we are following the boy band called Saturday. There are 4 members in the band, and 2 of them kind of have like a little thing. They kind of get together. So far, this is pretty good. This is the one I'm 70% into, so I'm almost done with it. I will say this is shelved as YA, but you know, some YA is like, reads younger. This is the complete opposite. This YA reads older. I was hearing some things and I was thinking, oh, in a YA? Oh my God. Like, for example, they're talking about like sex and cocaine and suicide and blowjobs, and those are like the biggest things that I was kind of a little shocked by. But yeah, it reads very similar to new adult. Actually, I would say this is for like a high school or young adult if I was gonna recommend it. So far, the 2 main characters are kind of blending together a little bit for me, so that's hard to kind of differentiate, especially because the book is told from both of their perspective, which I think is part of the reason why it's hard to tell who is who. And the other 2 boys in the band, one of them's kind of quiet, and the 4th one is kind of like a party boy. So he's easy to tell his personality, but these 2 on the cover, kind of similar. And moving on to my next book, which I can already tell you I'm this far into it. This is how much I've read. That Summer Feeling by Bridget Morrissey. It's going to be a 5-star. It's going to be a 5-star. This is another reason why I wanted to make this video, because like I said, I'm only halfway. I'm not even halfway. I think I'm a little less than halfway. But I have, let's see if I can accurately show you here. see all that highlighting? I've highlighted so many things. I've taken so many notes. I love this book. It's so good. Okay, not sure where I decided to cut that clip, but I was going on such a tangent about this book, and then I realized I missed like a huge main plot point of the book. So a book that I am in the middle of right now that I can already tell you it's going to be 5 stars. I love it so much. I'm halfway through. Is That Summer Feeling by Bridget Morrissey. So in this book, we are following Garland. She is a divorced woman from this guy. They were together for a really long time, and she hasn't really dated anyone else. While she was on her honeymoon, or about to go on the honeymoon, they're like at the airport, she's rushing. She drops this magic bracelet that her and her sister made when they were kids to like signify like true love and like staying together because their parents didn't have a super great relationship. So she drops this magic bracelet, and then this guy named Mason actually picks it up and gives it back to her. And when their hands touch, she kind of has this vision. She's like, oh my God, what if we're meant to be together? But then she's like, well, no, I'm married. I'm going on my honeymoon. Flash forward, I think 2 or 3 years. She's divorced. She ends up going to this summer camp with her sister, and her roommate, Stevie, is actually the sister of Mason from the airport. So Garland thinks this vision was meant to be like, I'm supposed to be with this man. It's all gonna fall into place, and I'm gonna use Stevie to get to him. But little does she know, she's gonna fall in love with Stevie herself. Book girlfriend doesn't even begin to describe how I feel about Stevie. She's my wife. She's my book wife. I love her so much. She is so funny. She's so caring. At one point in the book, Garland ends up having like really bad anxiety and like crying and unable to finish one of the like team group events. And so because of that, her team loses. They come in last place. And Garland, being the people pleaser that she is apologizing to everyone. She's telling Stevie like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then at one point, Stevie like sternly, not rudely, not mean, but like sternly says, stop saying sorry. You don't have to say sorry. You don't have to apologize for like the anxieties that you have and like the fears you have. Me being upset is a me thing because I wanted to beat my brother. It doesn't have anything to do with you. I'm not upset with you. I'm just upset we lost, you know? And the way that conversation happened was very touching to me. There's also a chapter in here where Garland is getting like drunker and drunker as the chapter goes on, and I literally didn't even pick up on it until the next chapter when she was talking about it, and then I was like, wait, the writing and her thoughts were getting drunker as she was actually getting drunker. I don't know how I didn't pick up on it, but I was like, that's really good writing. I haven't read anything by Bridget Morrissey before, but I am very intrigued to read her other books. I don't know if her other books are sapphic romances though, but I will say she does sapphic good. Spoiler, we haven't even kissed yet. I need them to kiss. I am obsessed with them. I love them. Look how freaking cute they are. And the cover, beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah, so these are the 2 books that I'm currently in the middle of. I'm sure I will get back to you once I have read a bit more / finished one of them. And then cut to some footage of a puppy. All right, guys, I know this isn't, we're close to the same angle I'm usually filming at, but I'm sitting in my chair. Book of the month. Let me tell you a story quick while I open this. So I haven't ordered a book of the month for, I think since January, just because I haven't felt like any of the options, which is fine, whatever. It's nice because you can skip not sponsored, by the way. It's nice because you can just skip a month, and then whenever you want to use that credit, you can, and you're not being charged constantly. But so after 6 months, practically 5 months of not getting a book, I finally was like, you know what? That one sounds kind of intriguing. I'm gonna be honest, don't remember what it's about, so once I open it, I'll have to tell you to read it. But The mailman must have put it in the wrong slot, and I got a confirmation email that it was delivered, and I waited just in case, like, you know, sometimes Amazon says something came and it doesn't come until the next day. So I was like, okay, I'll wait. Next day, nothing happened. So then I started thinking, oh, well, maybe they put it in the wrong box. So I will just give it a few days, see if someone in my complex says that they have my book, and no one got back to me. So I messaged Book of the Month and was like, hey, I didn't get my book. Please send me a new one. So they did, and it was supposed to come between the 19th and the 20th. Today is the 16th, and I drove up to the mailbox, and what's sitting outside? Outside of all the mailboxes, my package on the floor, on the ground. I'm sure the person finally checked their mail and was like, this isn't my package, so they just left it there, but my correct address was on it, so I don't know what the deal was there. But the book I picked this month is Banyan Moon. Should have looked up how to pronounce this author's last name, because I have no idea. Tao Tai, maybe? I just know this one is very drama filled, and I thought it would be fun for like a vacation. A sweeping, evocative debut novel following 3 generations of Vietnamese American women, revealing the family's inherited burdens, buried secrets, and unlikely love stories. Yeah, I think the main character, from what I remember, like doesn't have a good relationship with her mom, and her grandma dies and leaves the house to both her and her mom, and so they kind of have to come together. But yeah, oh, it's a very long thing. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, here she is on the back. But yeah, so that just came. I am about to film my book haul for May, because I haven't done that yet. We're in the middle of June, but that's okay. Yeah, little update. Still haven't read anything. It's only been a couple of hours, but you know what I did go and get? Starbucks refresher. I will see you guys when I see you. Also, basically the same clip. I clicked off for 1 second because I wanted to show you guys my friend Jazz from nursing school. She started her own sticker company, and I just wanted to give her a little shout out because she is the most sunshine, radiant person I've ever met, and I only knew her for like a year. But when I saw she was starting her own sticker company, I was like, I need some of those, because let me show you how beautiful they are. I also picked up one for my mom's birthday, so I haven't shared these on Instagram yet because I don't want her to be spoiled on her birthday gift, because not that she would for sure know that it's hers, but I'll be posting this after her birthday and she would have received it already. But here's another one, like this sunflower. This is the one I got for my mom's birthday. My mom is super into like hiking, camping, national park, stuff like that. So I thought that was a really good choice for her. And then because I was one of her first followers on her sticker company Instagram, she made me a bunch of stickers with my name on it, like literally a bunch. I'm dropping them all over the floor right now. My gosh. And she made like all different sizes. So there's that one. Like literally look at all these. I'll just hold up this one. That's so cute. And then she threw in, she threw in a couple of freebies too, just because I was her first order. And because we're friends. She also gave me this rose. This heart, which I think I might give to my mom too, because I think she would really appreciate that. And then I survived nursing school because we were in nursing school together. Yeah, so check her out. I'll leave a link down below. Give her some love. Hi guys. So it's a few days later. Sorry, it's kind of a weird angle. I can't super move because look at my little baby. Look at her. Oh, she's so sweet. Cute little collar. Let me tell you, she has had the zoomies. Definitely. She's running back and forth, chewing on everything. Her name's Pippa. We've just been watching doggy TV the last 20 minutes because she is a bit of a crazy girl. I also finished If This Gets Out, but more importantly, the food truck thing, very fun by the way, was in fact a ruse for my boyfriend to propose to me. This is not the official ring. It's just a stand-in for now. The ring is coming from Etsy. I'm so excited for it. I hope it's perfect. Little nervous about that, but this one is a good stand-in for now. So a lot has changed since I last saw you guys. I got a puppy, I got engaged, I finished a book, I also have a package here we can open. Yeah, lots going on. And then today is actually my mom's birthday, so after I'm done filming this, we're gonna go eat breakfast and have a little celebration. It's also a Tuesday, so you know what that means. So I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble too. So lots of content for you. There's 3 books I'm hoping to pick up while I'm there. The Ruth Ware book, the Riley Sager book, and then the, oh my God, I can never remember the name of it. And it's the book I forgot in my anticipated releases that I had to add in after. What's it called? You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I think that's what it's called. But why don't we open this package, make sure there's no information on it. Oh. The puppy is very confused. So if this is what I think it is, I did win a Goodreads giveaway. Where Echoes Die by Courtney Gould. This was part of the reason why I got The Dead in the Dark from that book outlet haul that I did. Not that haul, but this is an ARC, even though this does come out today. So I won this back in like April, and it just got here 2 days ago, I want to say. I don't know a ton about this one. It says 2 sisters travel to an isolated Arizona town to investigate its connection to their mother's death, but uncover more than they anticipated in this supernatural thriller. So, exciting for that. Young adult fiction thriller and suspense supernatural. Great. So there's that one. And then also in my previous clip, I was talking about how my book of the month didn't come, so I had to contact them. And now the replacement one came after the original one showed up. So I'm going to give that to my mom for her birthday. I already gave her a birthday gift, by the way, so this is just an added bonus. But let's talk about this a little bit. If This Gets Out, this by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. This is the boy band book that I was almost done with earlier in the clip. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was pretty good. I don't have a lot more to say about it. It's just 2 boys falling in love, being in a boy band together. And this isn't super spoiler because most music companies, what's that even called? The people who represent the group usually suck, okay? So a lot of things happen, and the like PR company is trying to not necessarily cover it up. I mean, in one instance, cover it up, but not really show, like, the boys want to tell people, like, hey, we're in a relationship, and the company's like, no, you can't do that, which is, like, are we surprised? Not really. I did probably mention this in the first clip as well, but this reads very older YA, like borderline new adult. There was a lot of things in this that I was very surprised by, which is like, I understand there are books, the YA books, that like mention sex. This, like I said, borderline new adult. Some of the things that they said, I was very surprised that it would be allowed in a YA book. And also the characters are like, I don't know if it ever explicitly says, but they're basically adults. I think they're like 17, 18 years old. I think. Who's to say? But yeah, pretty good read. I have actually moved on to, give me one second, The Wicked Remain by Laura Pohl. This is the sequel to the Grimrose Girls, which I read last year, which I will say I don't remember a ton about it. I remember the like main point at the end. In that one, there are these 3 girls, and they have a best friend who killed herself, allegedly. Like everyone's saying it's a suicide, but the 3 of them know like it wasn't a suicide because she wouldn't have done that. And then on top of those 3 girls trying to figure out what's going on, there's a new girl in town who joins the school. And yeah, it's fantasy. It's like more magical realism than fantasy. I think the end gets more fantastical. But yeah, this is the sequel. I don't super know what we're doing with that, like, because I don't want to spoil what happened at the end of the first book. But yeah, I'm not super into it at all. I think I'm like 4 chapters in. But yeah, super cute. I'll probably cut to breakfast in Barnes & Noble after this. So yeah, and maybe some more puppy content. Okay, so I just got back from breakfast and Barnes & Noble. I'm sure you saw some of the clips. And I just wanted to share what I got, considering I'm pretty sure all 4 of these books came out today. And, oh, she threw a toy on the ground right after I gave it to her. All 4 of these books came out today, and so I want to give them some love. On top of the Courtney Gold book that I talked about earlier, that also came out today. Lots of great books coming out today for my mom's birthday. So the first one is Being Bit by a Dog, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I have read all of his books so far. This is his newest release, obviously, because it came out today. This one, we are following this woman as she goes to be a caretaker of this older lady who was accused of killing all of her family members in a Lizzie Borden-esque massacre. So, and I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, the girl in this book, the older woman, doesn't talk anymore, and she only talks through a typewriter. So that will be interesting to see how that is incorporated into the novel. The next one, also an anticipated release of mine, 0 Days by Ruth Ware. Another girly. I've read all of her books. We have gone everywhere from a 2-star to a 5-star. So I have no idea what this one's gonna be. Oh my gosh. In this one, we are following 2, they are security penetration specialists. And the wife is like does the physical break-ins, and the husband does more of like the online digital aspect of it. And after one of their things goes like really badly, the husband ends up dead, and the wife is the one who's accused of murdering him, so she has to figure out what's going on and, you know, defend herself. Excited for that one. Next, I didn't even know this was coming out, and I didn't know if I was even gonna pick it up, but then I saw it and there was just something drawing me to it. 19 Claws and a Blackbird by Augustina, I always forget how to say the last name, Bazterrica. I don't think that was right whatsoever, but this is the same author of Tender as the Flesh, which I read last year. Very interesting book. That's all I'll say. I didn't give it a rating because how do you rate something like that? But this one is a short story horror collection. So interested to see what this is about. It's very, very small. It's about the same size as Tender as the Flesh, actually, but this is a translated work. I just can't remember where she is from. Buenos Aires. That's where she's from. So excited to get to this one. And the last one that I picked up here is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Barron. I'm assuming Kaylin. Could be Callan, but in my head I'm like, oh, Kaylin, that's me. So who knows? Should have looked it up. Love the cover of this one. Out of all the ones I got, it's probably my favorite. There you go. So this one I'm excited for because it is like a summer camp slasher. Also very small. This one, oh, and it's gay, which I didn't know about until I was reading the inside cover, and it says the main character has a girlfriend, which I'm like, oh, well, this is perfect because it's Pride Month. But this one, we're following a girl who so they have like this reenactment camp that's like based off of this movie. Is it a movie? Yeah, the classic slasher film, The Curse of Camp Mirror Lake. And she takes place in this, how would you describe it? A full contact terror game. So basically like a haunted mansion, haunted house type situation. Haunted mansion, oh my god. So it's like a haunted house situation type of deal. And it's like full contact, everyone can touch you, all that sort of thing. And in the game that they have set up, the main character is the final girl. And during the last week of summer, while all this is happening, her coworkers, I don't know why I did quotations, her coworkers start going missing, and then one of them ends up dead. And so she's like, oh shit, I think that I'm supposed to be the final girl. So we'll see. I'm super excited for this one, and the fact it's super short, so hopefully get through it soon. But that is all the stuff that I picked up today, right after I said I need to start saving money because of the puppy, but that's okay. guys. So I never filmed an outro. I was in the middle, I just finished editing the entire vlog, except for this clip obviously, and I never did an outro conclusion to everything that happened. So to recap, we got a puppy. I would show her, she's at the vet right now. We got engaged. We saw Taylor Swift. That was crazy. All within 8 days of each other too. Very good week for me. Book-wise, I finished reading If This Gets Out. 4-star read. I also never showed this, but I did end up finishing That Summer Feeling. 5 out of 5 stars. Probably gonna be my best book of the year. If not, definitely in the top 5. Because this was so freaking good, and I have a lot of tabs and annotations in here, and will definitely be re-listening to it when my audiobook Hold of It comes in. So I'm sure you'll see that in my June wrap-up and my July wrap-up. And then I actually, so The Wicked Remain, I haven't read any more since I talked about that, talked about it earlier in that clip. I'm still on like chapter 4 or something. And then I ended up picking up Page Boy by Elliot Page. I didn't give it a rating. I did finish it. I didn't give it a rating just because I feel weird rating memoirs most of the time. But this was a really good read. Very interesting. This was a very interesting read. I don't think I've seen any of Elliot Page's movies. So reading this book, and he read the audiobook. I listened to the audiobook of it. Very good and interesting, and very sad too, because he's been through a lot of things that I didn't even know about. Lots of trigger warnings for that book, including transphobia, homophobia, sexual assault, grooming, manipulating, things like that. And then I have read the first couple stories in 19 Claws and a Blackbird, and so far it's very interesting. Also trigger warning for sexual assault in this one, which I was not expecting in like the very second story. So that was a bit jarring. And then to finish up all the books that I have read / started reading in the last week or so, Out of the Blue by Jason June. I think I am about 80% into this one, and I think it's so interesting that earlier in the clips I was saying how this book talks about like a lot of new adult topics, I would say, especially like drugs and sex wise. And then this book is also talking about sex in the exact same way that that last book did. So maybe it's just because the YA books that I read / have read back in the day weren't up to par with these guys. But yeah, this one actually talks about like safe sex and mentions condoms. So that was pretty interesting because you don't always see that, especially in romances. And also non-binary representation. Oh my gosh, I'm like stuttering over my words. Yeah, non-binary representation in this, fat representation, queer representation. This one is super good so far. I'm not sure how it's gonna end, so I'm a little hesitant to say. But right now, I think it's gonna be a 4, 3.5 or a 4. I think that's a pretty good rating. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It's been quite a crazy week, so I'm actually really glad that I decided to do this so that I could get clips of obviously everything that happened to me in the last week. So thanks again for watching. Bye. Over and out.